Hi. You like my beach theme with my bed? This is the sand, and that's the water. And well, I know Cinnamoroll is there, but he gets an exception every time I make my bed and I give it a theme. As in the two themes I have, which is Roxy bed sheets or beach. This also isn't my blanket. Hi, it's been a while. I haven't made a video in a while because I got stressed and scared, and then I forgot how to make a video, and that's so cool. And so I finished an anime in that time, Scorching Ping Pong Girls, and I drew a little cute little thing, and we're gonna review it this time. Last time I did more of a rant when it came to Ongaku Shoujo because I was mad, but now I'm less mad. And I actually really like this show, and yet I still can't really recommend it to anybody because you know when like you watch a show and there's very clearly fetishes in it? That's what this show has. It has, a sweat fetish, which is a little more normal, and a heart racing fetish. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's a thing. It is a thing. On Tumblr, because of course it's on Tumblr. Ooh, why My Little Pony? You know what, that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just get into the show. Scorching Ping Pong Girls. So, because this one is quicker and isn't as, as in-depth and thorough this time because there's not that many characters, I'm not gonna go and do, the whole individual character thing. But what I am going to do is I'm just gonna talk about the characters, and I'm just gonna have this little drawing in the background. So, Kuyori Sumujikaze is our... No, I lied. Our main character, someone else. Our main character is Agari Kamiya. And she has impossible ribbons in her hair, and she's been doing ping pong since she was little, but she lost, she couldn't figure out the main reason why she played. When she plays it, it's praise. She loves it for praise, but through another girl does she realize, no, she likes ping pong just because she likes ping pong. Not because she wants to win, not because she wants people to, look at her or whatnot. And there's a whole scene where she walks up to these girls after realizing that, and she sees their eyes for the first time in the animation. It's pretty cool, actually. I really like that. And then Kuyori Sumujikaze is your second main character who has a dog motif. What, you couldn't tell? You couldn't tell the dog motif? She's... I don't like her personally. She's fine, she's cute, but I feel like they really pushed her into pick-me boy territory slightly. If that makes sense. In the sense that she, you will give her a compliment and she'll start crying. The other girls will be like, oh my gosh, that was so cool, you won, you're amazing. And then she goes, are you sure? I don't know if I was really that good. And then she cries. And I know it's common in Japan to reject or pass off a compliment when you're given one. It's actually considered polite. I think that's just a little too much, because then what do you do the next time she wins? Because you don't want to compliment her again or else she'll cry. Or hide behind Agari, because that's what she does. She likes to hide behind Agari because dog. She's a dog. You couldn't tell? She's got a bone in her hair. She's wearing a dog shirt. I think it's implied that Agari is a cat. So it's like a cat and a dog, but sometimes I'm not really sure. But later on we have a character put cat ears on her, so maybe. Hanabi. Personally, I really like. I think she's just fun because she's just the gremlin. She doesn't really have anything to her. But my favorite is Kurika. She's technically the captain. I think she went off to do something, then she came back. And Now she's really cool because I'm a fan of the closed eyes, happy-go-lucky character, and then she beats their ass at ping pong. Then you have Mune Senpai. That's what they keep saying her name is, but her name is technically Mune Omune. And Mune has big boobs, and that's what the show keeps telling me about her and nothing else. It's implied. No, not implied. Kirika and Mune have a friendship, and they can ping pong together really well, I guess is what they're saying. Oh well, I mean, yeah, I think that's all they kind of have for their friendship. They don't, you know what, she's got no trauma. Hokuto is disgusting, and I hate her. She's the worst. She's steamy. She has no mouth. And she's a rabbit, if you couldn't tell. She's got a rabbit motif, but she's steamy. She wears a sports jacket constantly, and then she's just like really sweaty and steamy, and every word that comes out of her mouth is steamy. And then apparently, I read this off of like her character description, she can tell someone's underwear color by what paddle they use. That's not helpful. That is not... no one needs that. She can go in the garbage. I don't like her. And then you've got the rival school. The rival school. You've got... Why does it take so long to open my phone? Sakura. Sakura's the captain. She's the happy, super determined character. And I think she had a really cool finishing move, but I forgot. Kururi is even more of a pick-me boy. I've never seen a pick-me boy this bad. Okay, so, you know how, like, I explained with Kiyori, that she's a pick-me boy because she's, like, she can't take a compliment for the life of her, and she's like, no one would want to play with me. Well, Kururi is worse because she has a tragic past, okay? She became the best in her team, so they made her the captain. And then she overloaded her entire team with work that everyone dropped out and resigned, because they didn't want the workload to be that crazy and they just wanted to go to nationals for fun. And then after that happens, she goes, why does everyone leave me? Gee, I don't know why, but perhaps maybe it's your behavior. But no, we can't address that, because you want to know what? Then comes Zakuro, who doesn't mind the work regime, and she's fine with how much work there is. So then the two train as hard as they can, and they're perfectly fine. And she's fine with the workload, and then Kururi learns nothing. She just waits until people who actually wanted to be professionals came in. That's so cool. I love that she didn't learn really any lesson, but I guess she became less crazy because she learned that she liked ping pong. That seems to be a running thing with all these characters, is that they find out that they like ping pong. And it's like, are you fucking serious? Yes, you do! You're in the club! But I guess they didn't realize how much they really loved it. And I guess I gotta get into that heart... No, wait, hold on. Before we get into the heart racing fetish. Oh, my phone opened faster this time. Okay, and then there's Hamu. Hamu just likes to eat. Yura is there. And Kumami is this, like, cool character. Her motif is a bear. I don't know why you couldn't tell it's a bear. She's in the manga because she didn't get a chance. Because season 2 never happened. Okay, now let me get into that heart racing fetish. So, the heart racing fetish, I've never seen in my life before in any anime. So I understand that when you play sports, it's exhilarating. You're excited and you're having a good time and you're like pumped full of energy. That should have been what it was, except no. Kiyori keeps saying, like, I want to feel my heart race with you, which is something I've never heard, and I think it's just because they want to say the word doki doki, and I understand it's cute, but it is not cute. I think she just wants a heart attack, and I hate her. Well, I don't hate her. I don't hate her as much as Hokuto, but I don't like her, because she wants to every person she goes up to. She just like, she says the same thing every time. She goes up to someone, she's like, I wanna feel my heart race with you, and then she cries when you compliment her. No, that's a pick-me boy. That's absolutely a pick-me boy. Because, hold on. That's a pick-me boy. Because it's someone going out of their way to, like, make people feel nice and make them feel welcome, and then the second you give them a compliment, they cry. And then they're like, no, there's no way it could be me. She does this every time. You know what? Actually, you know what? I fucking hate her. She's the worst. She's not the worst. Hokuto's the worst. We didn't need Hokuto. I was also... This is just something I found. I was trying to look up the characters. I was trying to look up Kururi, and I think I pressed the wrong wiki when I searched up her character, because the first thing I see is age 14, statistics, gayness 10, lewdness 5, boldness 8, and commitment 10, relationship status in a possible relationship. And I realized I was on the Yuri wiki. That's awful. Never going to that website again. So I realized I didn't actually explain the plot to you yet. You start off with Agari coming in, and she's all about praise. She loves when people praise her and they want to do an interview on her, but then she realizes she can't go up to the interviewer and tell them, I like to play this because it makes people tell me I'm so cool. So she can't say that to the interviewer. So she's trying to figure out what's her reason for why she likes ping pong. In comes Kayori, and she's really cool. And it's like, whoa, how did she beat so many people? And this is something that anime does a lot, specifically sports anime, and in my opinion, it sort of works. They're trying to explain that the really cool character that you think is going to be like she's the underdog, but then she comes up and she's actually the best. Why she's the best? Because she doesn't take it seriously and just has fun. And I kind of understand that. In a sport in which you're going against someone's counterattacks, like ping pong, I feel like the training would matter first. Because I was going to relate it back to my own experience of dance, where when you focus less on your dancing and more about how you feel performing, the emotion of the performance comes off better. But at the same time, but the difference is that you're competing with two different dances. It's like you're going against each other, but you're doing two different things. With ping pong, you're going against each other. So I don't think it counts, but that's fine. Anyways, she beats her ass, because of course she does, and then she cries, because she always cries. My favorite character, the captain, is coming back, Kirika. She comes back, and she's like, okay, so all of you are gonna go against me, and then I'm going to, and then if you lose, I'm gonna put cat ears on you, nya nya. So then, obviously, everyone loses, because the captain's super cool, except for Agari, and Agari realizes, no, wait, I love ping pong, just cause I love it. Beats her ass, because everyone keeps beating her ass. Then we go into 2 episodes of working at a store. We didn't need these 2 episodes, in my opinion. It's kind of just to establish Hokuto, and I don't want to establish Hokuto, because I fucking hate her. Okay, sure, whatever. I have more time for Hanabi, because Hanabi's cool. Hanabi is like, you want to work at the store, Kayori? And Kayori has social anxiety, so great, more crying. So then she starts crying in front of a customer, and I think this is supposed to be like a Chunibyo trope that they're trying to do with Kururi. Oh my god, her name is destroying my tongue. Kururi, and and then she comes in being like, I'm gonna beat you to death. And she has like the death motif. A lot of these characters have motifs, like they have gimmicks, and that's kind of all they have. So hers is she says death a lot, because that's super edgy, but she has the cutest hair, so I guess not really. So then she goes up to Kayori, and then she's like, gonna beat you to death if you don't give me my, my ping pong paddle. And Kayori's like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do with this person in front of me? Then she just gives her what she wants. Then she finds out she's part of the rival school. Dang, the rival school is so scary. What's Kayori gonna do when they go to nationals? And so then they have more training, and then they go and beat them head to head at a training match. So, unfortunately, this show, they don't go to nationals for the ending episodes. They go to a training camp to beat the strongest players, and they don't go to national. They don't go to any competition. And you know what's even worse? That's not the ending episode. Like, episode 10 is where they, like, beat the rival school. And then there's 2 more episodes where they do a training camp, but now they're friends. And it's like, that's fine, but, like, it doesn't feel like it was, like, a climactic ending. And what I'm thinking is that the manga just wasn't, it was just paced out differently, and they couldn't pick which chapters they wanted to use, so then they just went with the basic storyline, and then forgot to put the training with the rival school at the actual end, and then said, wait, what if they were friends? And then they didn't pace it out properly. It's also implied that Kayori and Agari are, like, dating or whatever, and maybe they kiss. I didn't read the manga. But it would be cool if they did. And, like, actually, you know what? No, I don't want Agari to kiss her. I don't know, their relationship grew on me. It wasn't my favorite. I think it's just because I don't love Kayori, but she doesn't, like, really piss me off that much. I know what I just said. But she doesn't make me that angry. Not, like, physically angry. She doesn't make me that angry. So, yeah, they're kind of cute. They could totally date if they wanted. But we can't have that because of the rating of this show. And also queer baiting, because that's always really fun to see in every show that I watch. And overall, I had a really good time. I still can't recommend it to anybody. Can we go back to that sweat fetish? Because, what the fuck? Why are they so sweaty? Why are they drenched? Why are they so wet? Why do I need to see through their clothes? Why are they so wet? I don't like it. I don't like how much they sweat. Do you think ping pong makes you sweat that much? I get that it's hard, like, I'm sure it's difficult having to run across the table, but, like, that would be tennis. Wouldn't you not sweat that much during tennis? Why ping pong? Why does ping pong make you literally a fountain? Why do you turn into a fountain the second you do one match? They only do one match, and you're telling me that they're working their asses off so hard that when they do a curve drive, they like, and then it just, like, flies in the air, and then they smile, and then there's like these white outlines all over them, and they're just so sweaty, and then they're like, I want to feel my heart race, because they can't find a different way to say that. That's one of the names of the episodes, by the way. I want to feel my heart race with you. I think it's, like, episode 5, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. That's one of the names of the episodes, because we need her to say it again. Hey, so if someone says that to you, what do you say back? Because, like, this would only happen in anime. Could you imagine you're going up against someone, you shake their hand, and you're like, I hope we have a good game, and they're like, I want to feel my heart race with you, and you're like, ooh, you sure? It was pretty decent, overall. I had a good time. And what did I end up rating it? I rated it. I gave it a 5. Okay, hold on, let me go over things I like. I like things about it. I think the animation style is cute. I think the character designs, as much as the motifs are a little too on the nose, I had fun. I think they're cute. Sometimes the characters act the same. I think that was one thing I didn't love, is that the characters kind of act the same. A lot of them have those, like, nervous, no breakdowns. A lot of them do, and I think if they kind of avoided that, the characters would be a little more interesting and engaging. I remembered most of them, and that's mostly because, well, they made one character so disgusting you couldn't forget her, but most of the characters are pretty memorable for the most part. But I think if they kind of stopped doing the thing every time they panic and you see their arms fly everywhere, I think if they did less of that and more of just exploring the gimmicks that they have, that would be a little more interesting. But going back to what I really like, I think the animation is really well done. I think I love the action scenes with the ping pong. I love when anime, it was reasons why I like sports animes, that they just take super mundane sports and make them crazy, and I love that it's ping pong. Kururi, what I really like when it came to her attacks is that they have the tornado theme with her, because she's got little, like, tornado buns, and when her, like, main thing that she does and actually does make sense in like ping pong terms. You learn a lot about ping pong. I'll mention that in a second. When she hits it on a certain angle so that the ball keeps spinning, and then when it hits the table, it doesn't actually go in the direction that you think it would. You learn a lot about ping pong in this anime, and I've learned more about ping pong than I've ever had in my life. One thing I do like about Hokuto is that I appreciate that she's kind of got that like Terminator red grid, but it's blue this time, a blue grid. And when she hits the ball, you can like see how she calculates her next move when when like an arrow comes by, and then you can see like the 3 different options of arrows that she's gonna hit it on. That's really cool. I just really like I like digital aspects of characters. I think it's cool when they add stuff from like computers and then put it in a person. That's always really cool. I think the opening and the ending are both super cute. I love the style of the ending. They do like a cute little storybook, kind of like paper cutout look with it. Overall, I actually really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. At the same time, though, I don't think I can really recommend it. Not to people who don't watch anime, anyways. If you do watch anime, then you're gonna be fine with all of that stuff. The only thing I will say, though, is that if you do watch it, it does get repetitive in both its jokes and even really its emotional beats. I feel like it does get a little bit repetitive, and you'll probably hate Hokuto, like I do. And if you do end up watching this, please tell me if you've ever sweated that much. And hey, if you like cute sports girls, then I think you're gonna have at least a decent time with this one, despite the 5 out of 10 that I gave it. And I give it a 5 out of 10. No, I ran out of tea. I drank it all. I'm gonna be up till 1 in the morning. Womp womp. You know who's sweaty? Me. I'm really sweaty. There's no air conditioning in this house, so I am very hot. And I'm turning into Hokuto. And personally, I can't think of anything worse. See you later, girlies. Have a good day.